welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Never Ever Met Season 2, Episode 10.
I know they did not give the show a reunion episode.
I was shocked to see that, actually. I thought we were getting back to Ready to Love.
Well, we don't know when Ready to Love is coming back.
That is true.
So I'm actually not looking forward to Ready to Love either, because guess what? I forgot what's going on.
Yeah.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, and super thanks. Christopher, why super thanks? We've been super thanking all season, and we are broke. Well, guess what? My soul is broke by reviewing this episode, okay? You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So it's the day before decision day. They will decide tomorrow if they want to leave with their person or not.
Yeah.
Cinco thinks Chris and Alexis are leaving together. Kiki and Brandon will be separating, and him and Jay already know that they plan to leave with each other. Charli is saying we'll see for her and Jared. For their final date, she wants to just hear where his head is at.
Charli, Jared been telling you exactly where his head is at.
I'm like, has she been listening?
She haven't been listening. Cinco and Jay, I honestly don't care about what y'all think about everybody else, because y'all two have bigger issues, because at least with everybody else, they going home separately, right? So as for you, though, y'all actually leaving together and y'all don't know where y'all go live.
Yeah.
So I would actually say y'all have bigger issues than everybody else, because at least everybody else get to say, this was a fun vacation and I get back to my life. One is going to Atlanta and one is going to Chicago, and one is trying to make the other move to Atlanta when he is by himself and he ain't got no kids. I think that's a bigger issue that y'all have coming down the line, but you know, it is what it is.
So Kiki and Brandon go on their final date to Dave & Buster's.
Ew.
He has been, I guess, crying like a big kid, so she felt like she would take him to play some games.
The nerve of her.
He's having fun, but his mind is still on that ex of hers. We then move to Charli's date with Jared. She planned a nature date because this is what Jared is into. They end up having a picnic, reminisce about their first meeting. He says that he thought she was prettier in person, and she felt like she was where she was meant to be. We learned that she got his name tatted to show him that she cared about him in order for him to take her seriously. He says that is what made him talk to her more, and he was supposed to get his, but it just didn't happen yet. He knows that she is his best friend. He has a lot of guy and girl best friends, and he knows he uses it loosely, but she is the best friend.
You just add a "the" right before it, and it makes it more serious.
And she asks him what he really wants from this. She wants him as her man.
What are your thoughts?
So, my thoughts on this. Charli, Jared is telling you what he thinks. He's not going to take you seriously as a relationship. I was just floored when I learned that. So you got this man's name tatted. Y'all weren't even seriously talking at the time. You did that in an effort to get his attention to talk to you and take you seriously, and he's still not taking you seriously. He actually had a baby on you. You had a baby on him too.
Yeah.
So this is like outrageous. This is outrageous.
And Brandon and Kiki?
Brandon and Kiki, I'm more interested in their conversation later. The date looked like a fun date, but the thing is, Kiki's always down for a good time. But when it comes to actually having conversations, taking accountability for wrongdoing, that's where things get a little murky.
Yeah. So. To start with Brandon and Kiki, I will go in on Kiki later on this episode. Brandon, what's your deal, brother? Right? Here's the thing about it. I only can think about you as much, and I can only think about you, the person, as much as you think about yourself.
Right.
So, Brandon, I'm not going to be up here and just bash Kiki. Oh, she only took you to Dave & Buster's, and she always got these little lines that says, you want to act like a kid, I'm going to play a game. And I'm like, Kiki, you have some nerve. Whole time, you've been nothing but a kid this whole time, and things of that nature. And Brandon, the whole idea that you are willing to basically lower your whole self, lower your whole standard, your whole self-esteem is shot to the ground, right? That you are willing to even go on a date after this girl just told you that she's been in a whole relationship for the whole duration of your relationship, and she flaked on you 4 times, but yet you will allow this person who do not deserve your respect, your time, your energy, all your attention, all the above, to take you out on a date. Like what is there to say about Brandon?
Right.
Besides, get some help. Let's keep going. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say Charli and Jared.
It's kind of tiring talking about them, because Charli, are you just like choosing not to listen? Are you choosing to have this type of like, are you like, because here's the thing about it. The whole idea that she's going to say, I got a tattoo so you could take me seriously as a guy, you already look like a clown. No one told you to do that, right? So your decision making is already shot, right? This is to add on the fact that you was hiding kids. So it's like there's nothing about Charli. That's why I find this episode with Charli and Jared to be actually fascinating, because Charli want to be taken seriously where all of her actions have not been like serious.
Yeah.
You had a baby, right? It's only 1 month. You left the baby to be on the show. You come on the show, you said, oh yeah, I don't only have one baby that I had on you that you don't know about. You know about one kid, but you don't know about the other 3, right? And then you're over here trying to have serious conversations talking about, so what about us? Where really the whole relationship was not serious. I don't blame Jared for not being serious about this girl, where everything that Charli has done step by step by step by step have not been serious. So that's why I'm like, I can't even be mad at Jared. I really can't.
Yeah. So Keke enjoyed their first date. They're reminiscing.
Yeah.
He liked that she knew about him during the newlywed game, but he's still having some trust issues. So we move back to Jared and Charli, and he is just thinking realistically. Yes, he's telling her, looks like they both go home, start with visits. He has his son's mom, who was established in South Carolina, and she probably wouldn't move. So they can just kind of figure things out as they go. Charli says that he was yes when they first got there, but now he's leaning towards a no. He's not fighting for her. He's friend zoning her and not giving her straight answers. She ends up getting frustrated, walks away. He goes over to comfort her, and he says that, you know, basically, you're everything that I need you to be, and you're my soulmate, and all these different things. And he tells her, what we have is bigger than this, and just because I don't know how to handle you now. And she interrupts him and says she's confused now because he's never said that to her before.
Listen, I'm not friend zoning you. You're the best friend, right? Here's the thing about it, Charli and Jared, which I do not understand, but guess what? It's never ever met. It's a show that really can't be understood. Whole idea, he's talking about planning visits. Y'all had whole time. Y'all been talking for over 3 years, and y'all had time to plan visits before the show was created. And did not. So now y'all gonna take the initiative to plan visits. That's why I'm like, I can't take y'all seriously. For one, the whole premise of the show, the whole premise of your relationship, the whole idea of, hey, I've been dating somebody for 4 years, but I never met them. I've been dating somebody for 4 years, and I went to Atlanta and they flaked. I've been dating somebody, and for somebody who is 10 years to 12 years younger than me. I've been dating somebody who I have a secret kid and you don't know. All of it is unserious. So that's why I'm like, Charli, stop coming at the end of this season on so what are we going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back to South Carolina and be back to what I was doing before. And you're going to go back to where you are and take care of your kids and your responsibility and be how you were. So like, I really don't understand this whole coming to Jesus moment of like, really tell me what we are. We are 2 people who came on the show for a check, right? Because we definitely did not come here to advance our relationship. There's no way I was leaving my city because guess what? My baby mama lives there. And there's no way you're leaving your city because maybe your baby daddies, if they are involved, are not going to let you leave with their child. So what are we doing here?
And my point is, Charli's choosing to be confused.
Yeah, it's like, stop it.
Yes, Jared was manipulative and telling her everything she wanted to hear at first, but now he's kind of hitting her with the real. The real is he wants you in his orbit, in his life, so when he ever does happen to see you, he can smash when he wants to.
Of course.
So Charli's talking about she's confused, and now he's saying I'm his soulmate and all these different things. He is very clear on the fact that he has not said that he wanted to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You have never heard those words come out of his mouth.
Not even close.
Brandon says that if they don't instantly move in together, how does he know that she's done with her ex? And Keke says because we know each other, it's more real to her. She has him. She's not missing anything and can be fulfilled with their relationship. Brandon says that he still has a lot to think about, and Keke says, me too.
Oh my God, I almost said something wild. What is your thoughts on Keke basically just doing the whole, you know what, I'm not the only one with problems. You are the only one with problems too that I have to think about. What is your thoughts on Keke and Brandon conversation?
It's just all like a facade, a wall. She clearly wants to be with Brandon, but Brandon doesn't really want to be with her. She lied to him. He went out to see her 4 times and she flaked on him multiple times. So that right there is crazy in and of itself. So I think that Keke's talking about, she's got a lot to think about too and all this type of stuff. It's just because she doesn't want to feel completely rejected. She wants to feel like she has a hand in the matter, which, you know, she wants the man. So
at the end of the day, I actually do not know if she really wants Brandon more than she just don't want to be in trouble by Brandon, right?
Or maybe not want to be alone. I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah, I think Keke is the type of person, and this is a guess, but I'm gonna take an educated guess right here. Keke is the type of person to where she will hurt you before she gets hurt, because that's why I'm like, let's imagine. Okay, Brandon, you move to where Keke is, as dumb as that may sound, right? And y'all are in this committed relationship. Keke seemed like the type to cheat on you, right? Because guess what? You're not going to hurt her before she hurts you and things like that. And my thing is, Brandon, why are you even having a conversation with this girl? This girl is not even taking you seriously. She's over here talking about I have some things to think about too. Whole time, all the way up to this date, she basically been saying you need to get over it, right? I know you was cheating too, right? I know you got some secrets too. Oh, you have a checklist that like I need to be like, oh, I have a problem with you not listening to me. Basically gaslighting you. So that's why when I asked last episode when me and Blair Bear was here, I said I need to know what are the like good traits, like what are the good things about Keke, because I look on TV and I see this grown woman on TV and she looks terrible to me, right? And y'all say, well, you know, she have a youthful face, she's pretty, but other than that, like I can't name other good traits. So if we, based on what we see, can't name good traits about this grown woman, Brandon, what is it that you need to think about? Like that's the frustrating part. We already know Keke's a liar. We already know Keke is a manipulator. We know Keke is a gaslighter. Whole time she talking about you ain't got to worry about that ex, but the producer asked her during the confessional early in the season about the ex, and she was like all giggly, like, why you ask me that? You get what I'm saying? So like we already know what type of person Keke is, right? You don't like the fact that she drinks. You, even though it may have been on vacation and things of that nature, you can't have a serious conversation with her because she go walk around with a blankie and lay down. So my whole thing is, why are you with this girl? Now I'm looking at Brandon like you have a sick fetish, right? To where you don't like to be respected, to where you don't like to be seen, you don't like to be heard, you like to be flaked on and things like that. And I really don't understand why you are trying to have this non-relationship that you have with this girl, and you want to continue it on or even think about it. Brandon, get some help.
So Charli fills Alexis in on the situation with Jared. And Alexis asks, so what boxes has he really checked?
That's true.
Charli likes how he treats her. He brings her breakfast. He became the ideal man for every other woman and says that he hasn't done that with her.
Stop right here for a second, right? Sometimes when you ask direct questions, you will get direct answers, right? You can't let people talk in these little fantasy, these little fake facade ways and things like that. So when someone asks you a direct question, what boxes have he checked? She said he brings me breakfast.
But she was saying that he's treated her the best in all of her relationships. And the thing is, I can imagine that to be true.
That's sad.
It's sad, but I can imagine it to be true. And I think half of it is because the half that you really enjoyed with Jared, he was faking for you, so that way he could get them draws, which I feel like he really didn't have to fake. You would have gave him up anyway.
Exactly.
So
you already got a tattoo. But this is a prime example. If I treated you the best that you ever been treated when it came to your relationship with a guy, I hope you will have better and deeper examples than he brought me breakfast. If we allowed Ty to cook for the house, Ty would have brought everybody breakfast. So that's why I'm like, Charli, I think you have a self-esteem problem and things like that, to where you're looking at the little things and you're viewing it as major things. And I'm like, maybe your choosing of men is like, maybe your picker is a little off.
I'd agree. I would totally agree.
Because the whole idea of he's the guy that treated me the best, well, whole time he lied to you, whole time he's basically been telling you I don't want a deeper relationship with you, whole time he hid a kid from you.
He said he would get a tattoo of you, and that hasn't happened.
He still didn't do it. So what is the other example besides, hey, he brings breakfast for me, that you have to actually say, hey, he's actually a great guy? You don't have anything.
Yeah. Alexis thinks that he can be himself because Charli will accept anything. She said she would basically as far as Alexis, if she was in her position, she would release him. If it comes back, then you know it was real. She tells her to fall in love with herself first.
And whole time Alexis basically just said, girl, you don't love yourself.
And she's like, Charlie's too far gone. I mean, I really don't know what to say to the girl, to be honest.
Yeah, that's basically what Alexis said. Alexis basically, she don't see the light in Charlie's eyes anymore when it comes to herself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? She's worried about what are we going to be? What are we going to be? You need to be worried about how are you basically going to recover from being in this fake relationship, and now you got to go back to the real world to where someone's going to be dependent on you now. So, like, this whole idea of Jared's going to be this or like, Jared, what are we? It's like, hey, let's focus on your self-esteem because obviously, Charli, it seems like it's shot.
Yeah. So everyone has their final dinner together. They discuss what they enjoyed from the experience, spending time with each other in person, gaining outside perspective. Charli is wondering if this is the last dinner she's going to have with Jared.
Yes.
They're talking about how many rooms are open, and the Boom Boom room is open. Alexis, mentions to Chris, well, we can go in there tonight. But Chris is looking like he's not feeling it, and the other guys start kind of chuckling and stuff. Now Alexis is wondering if he can handle this or if she even wants to give it to him. I don't think it's a matter of handling it. I think he don't want it.
Yeah, like, how did you twist the narrative to where you said we gonna go in the boo boo room, and he said not me, and that's when the guys start hitting each other and laughing, and then you're like, oh, he can't handle it, and I'm just like, no, I don't think he wants it. And guess what, whatever you gotta tell yourself to make you feel happy, cool. So
Taronda comes in, asks how all the couples feel up to this point. Charli says that she came in on a high, but she has a lot to think about, and Jared says, that's my best friend, she's gonna make the right decision.
Listen, I don't understand why y'all don't like Jared, man.
So it's time for a game where they have to learn if they are in sync with their partner. They are going to read a question or a statement. Green if yes, red if no. We learned that Brandon doesn't want kids, but Keke does. Charli and Jared don't want any more kids. And then the big question, do you believe in monogamy? Jared says no. Charli says yes. Jared thinks that monogamy goes against human nature, and Charli thinks it makes sense as to why he can't commit to anyone. He believes when you're with your person, you're with them, but it's just not going to last forever. Somebody's going to die first.
Okay, that's not really what it means, but okay, I hear you.
Yeah. My thoughts about the game, I feel like the more Jared is in the house longer, the more he's sharing his real thoughts and perspectives. True. I think he still has that little piece of like manipulation and telling you what you want to hear to kind of smooth things over. But the real him is shining, completely.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jared is being truly himself, like it or not. This whole idea of monogamy, I really don't understand. I don't understand this game at the end. I guess this was their last attempt at getting drama for like the end of the episode. I don't understand this game in the whole sense of do you believe in monogamy or not? This seemed like questions that should have been asked in the beginning of the season. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can't be mad at Jared right now because he already made it clear to us and he made it clear to Charli, even though Charli tried not to understand that, hey, there's no future with us. Like, we are just going to be friends with benefits if our path ever cross again. Like, my name is tattooed on you, and I'm still waiting for my appointment to come through. But other than that, he have shown in every move that he's made that he's not serious about Charli. He's not. So, yeah.
So Alexis tells Chris that it doesn't seem like he wants to go in the boom boom room. He's laughing, talking about God said don't do it, and making all these jokes and stuff. And she asks him, are we good? Chris says that he's going to do what's best for him. As of today, he still really doesn't know what his decision will be tomorrow. And Alexis knows that being indifferent means no.
Yeah, Alexis, I would take that conversation that you gave to Charli and use it for yourself.
Perfectly said. For real. Let
him go and see if he come back. Because you are doing a lot. And when I say doing a lot, I mean you're hoping for a lot. You are with this guy, and truthfully, one of the main reasons why you're with a guy his age is that he gives you the energy that you need, and you haven't been getting that, right? So the whole time he basically been having you chase your tail around and things of that nature. So instead of you asking, we good, well, how about you just say, you go home, I go home, and if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't, Yeah.
So it's the final day. Charli's confused. 1 minute, Jared's saying he doesn't believe in monogamy. Then he's going up to her room at 2 a.m. apologizing and kissing her on the forehead.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he wants to keep you reeled in enough so that way he can have access to you, pretty much. So everybody's nervous. Keke and Brandon talk, and Brandon thinks it would be best that they separate. He can't trust her because of the situation with the ex. Keke agrees. She feels like she walks on eggshells around him. He's always moody, and she doesn't want to have to dance around his triggers.
Oh boy, you first, Blair.
I think that, Brandon has the biggest and the most tangible issue, but I can also see that Keke is trying to be herself and enjoy herself, and Brandon has been nitpicking her. He has.
Nitpicking?
Yeah, I feel like he's been nitpicking her. I feel like you're getting to know this person, and it's not at this time where you need to be telling them to change all these different things about them. You don't even know them that well. And throughout them trying to get to know each other, it's been brought up about his past issues with other family members who drink a lot and all this different type of stuff. And I do feel like that's unfair to put on Keke, as though she has to, atone for the sins of all these other people. So I think that she has a point, but I still don't think that. I think that this was in her back pocket to use if he would have said no. If he would have said yes, she would have been all down for it.
I don't know if I agree with the nitpicking, because I actually think Brandon was trying to find something good to say about Keke, and he can't. Based on the 10 episodes that we've seen, we can't name one good quality about Keke. Not one, right? Y'all told me how pretty she looks, and y'all haven't gave me a good quality. When Keke best friend and Brandon's brother showed up and things of that nature, and they asked, hey, what did you learn about each other? And that's when it was Brandon's turn to talk about Keke. He named one vague thing to where, oh yeah, she could be a caring person, and the 4 other things was basically, hey, you only care about yourself, you drink a lot. There was nothing positive about Keke, right? So here's the thing about it. I can give her bail out of jail when it comes to the whole drinking thing, right? It is what it is, right? Because truth be told, I really can't give a full judgment or a full opinion until I see how you operate in the real world compared to us being in this mansion and us basically feeling like it's a vacation. Because that's really, Keke basically let the cat out the bag by saying, it's like a vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, right? But everything else, character-wise, Arrested Development-wise, when it comes to gaslighting, manipulation, and things like that, I don't think that's nitpicking. I think that's facts. And he's trying to say there's not enough good qualities to offset your bad qualities and things like that. You have more bad qualities than you have good qualities. The fact that she's even over here and she wasn't very apologetic. I can't say that word. She didn't give a genuine apology, right? And then on top of that, she got the nerve to basically put it back on him and say, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. The reason why you feel like you're walking on eggshells is because you're a child. And when I'm forcing you to have a grown-up conversation, what did she do? She took her blanket and laid down. When it was time to actually cook and serve the house, what did she do? She laid down. And then when she wasn't laying down, she went outside by the pool. And then wonder why he was mad when he told you directly. So when it was time to act like an adult, that's when she feels like she's walking on eggshells. And that's why I'm like, this whole lack of accountability thing, that's an ugly trait and things of that nature. And truth be told, I need Brandon, after this whole thing, to go to counseling and wonder why he allowed himself to be strung along for this long. Because I need to know, what is the payout that you thought you was going to get with someone who flaked on you 4 times. Now, we seen Keke actions, and Keke actions is Keke actions. We ain't got to talk about it no more. But with Brandon, the spotlight's on you of, hey, why you allowed yourself to be flaked 4 times, right? And what was the payout that you was actually hoping for with this girl that you can really meet up with? Like that's the whole idea that I'm coming out with Brandon.
Yeah. So Alexis and Chris talk.
Yeah.
He asked her to leave with him, and she says yes. Jay and Cinco are leaving together. Then we have Charli and Jared last.
Yeah.
Jared says no to leaving together. She deserves someone who is all in on her, and he cannot be that.
Of course not.
Charli feels like he wasted her time. He told her what she wanted to hear. She's been honest with him and all about him. It was one-sided from the jump, and she deserves better than that. He talks about how he's done the married life before. He thought Charli could change his mind on how he sees relationships, but he was wrong.
Is Charli wrong to feel the way she feels?
I honestly, when we first watched it, I was just like, Charli wasted her own time. I mean, the man already, the cat is out the bag that he wasn't talking to you seriously, so you get a tattoo. And then you come on the show while you're still breastfeeding. And and then I will say that Jared laid it on thick when she first got there and basically was not honest about his true thoughts about their situation as parents to all these kids in order to get what he wanted out the relationship. That was wrong. But overall, the signs were there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. The signs were there.
No, you hit the nail on the head perfectly. Jared did not waste your time, Charli, right? Y'all was wasting each other's time. Don't forget how you have this 1 month baby in the first place. You went out and had a time of your life in response because you had a feeling that he was cheating on you, right? So automatically, before Jared was even in the picture in the sense of y'all actually meeting each other, you was already letting him dictate your life without him even being like there in person. So don't try to give this whole like, oh, he was playing with my time this whole time. He's the reason that you have the 4th child. Because you was like, you know what? I know he's out there doing his thing. I'm going to go out and do my thing, right? So you wasn't taking the relationship seriously when y'all was apart. Now y'all come together, and even though I understand that Jared was laying it on thick and Jared was basically being manipulative, you know, telling her, oh no, that wasn't me that wrote that, but telling the guys that he did wrote that.
Right.
But let's not act like, Charli, that you did not have any intentions to like not sleep with Jared. You was going to sleep with Jared. Jared did not have to lie about it, but you was not coming all the way here, leaving your whole family behind to not at least try things out with Jared. Here's the thing about it. There has to be some type of reality that comes with y'all being together. And Charli, I think you need to be accountable for your decisions and not looking for someone to save you from your decisions. I understand that you and Jared been in this relationship, this never ever met relationship for over 3 years and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, one person or one relationship is not going to erase all the decisions you made within those 4 years and so forth. So no, he did not waste his time. No, he did not make you get that tattoo. No, he did not make you have that one night stand. No, he did not make, like, the way your life is now, Charli, whole time he plays this much part in your whole life compared to the part you play. And you play a huge part in how your life is right now compared to Jared. Jared just played 10 episodes worth of part in like your life. So it is what it is.
And that's all I got.
Y'all, we got a reunion. And I really don't understand why this show needs a reunion. Right? I pray that it's a one-parter. I really do. Something telling me it's going to be a 2-parter, but I really do pray that it's going to be a 1-parter. I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Is there anything in the reunion that you're looking forward to? I'm looking forward to one thing and one thing only.
What's that?
I think Jay and Cinco not going to be together when the reunion is.
I am interested to see how that's going to shake out, especially if neither one of them plans to move.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the big news that's going to drop. Because truth be told, and guess what? It would be good if they did move in together and things like that. But I think out of everybody's issues, even though y'all was the number one couple that y'all basically crown yourselves with, y'all have the major issue in your relationship because y'all actually staying together. I really want to know how they navigated that, because I do think it's unfair to ask her to move to Atlanta. Like especially without a real commitment of, hey, I'll be your husband. Like, boyfriend, girlfriend, let's see if this work. You need to move to Atlanta.
And I agree. I feel like she has her support system where she's at. He's over here talking about going out more and hanging out more, you know, with Jay in Atlanta and all this different type of stuff. She has a whole child.
Whole time.
Like, it ain't going to be all that hanging out because she has to take care of her child with no support system.
Fact.
So I think that's the big takeaway for me.
Anything else?
That's it.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.